So, this is my video about how to mod this Xcover 2 into something usable by installing a custom ROM into it. So in this video I'll show you how to install Vanir 4.4.4 into this phone and how to make it install apps to the SD card, or most of the apps with the link to SD. So it had a couple of bugs that have to be fixed as well, but I'll talk about them later in this video. So yeah, I tested this couple of days, and I tested the GPS by making a cycling trip, and it worked just fine, and it worked better than the original because it was faster and it was nicer to use. And overall the performance of the Vanir ROM, it is faster and it takes so much less CPU power and memory that it's awesome. It might have some couple of small ironing outs, but I'd rather choose this one than the original mod. So you need some software in order to do the mod. I'll just make a list of it, but they are Odin 3.07, Mini Tool Partition Wizard, Android SDK, and the Android files that you need, those were the PC software, and the Android files are Clockwork Mod Odin file and pre-flashed deoxed image, and the Vanir 4.4.4 file, and the Google Apps Mini. And later on you're gonna need to install link to SD into this phone, but they're all free software, so that's good. Some of them may be hard to find from the internet, but yeah, they should be there. So yeah, next is the tour of the software. So the software you need, I'll just give a quick tour. The one maybe most important is Odin 3. This is used to flash new software into the phone, and yeah, via the USB cable. And then there's Mini Tool Partition Wizard 3. This one is used to partition the SD card, so you can install software to it with the link to SD card. So it looks like this, and yeah. And the Android SDK is needed for fixing the mobile network connectivity problem. And then the Android files that are needed, it's Clockwork Mod Odin files, so it's I use this one. It's Clockwork Mod 6046 Xcover fix.tar.md5, and the pre-flashed deodexed image was this one. It says AMB3 in that part. Then there's the Vanir. It's the Vanir Xcover 4.4.4. This file is needed as well, and then there's the Google Docs minimalist, this one. Yeah, so that's all the software that is required to mod the Xcover 2. Oh yeah, and as far as this hardware goes, you need the SD card and the USB data cable, and maybe an adapter for the card, which I stuck somewhere. In order to format it with the PC. So that's the hardware you need. So I figured it would be easiest if you just start by formatting the SD card. It wouldn't be necessary for starters, but you know, you have to do it eventually, so I suppose it's a best time to do it now. So you just fire up the mini tool partition wizard and click launch application, and here you can see the memory card. It's been divided into two partitions. They both are FAT32s. I also tried some of the X versions, and I think I had previously with the stock ROM I had X2 partition and it worked fine, but for some reason I haven't been able to make it work with this one. But yeah, FAT32s are both, so you just basically delete all the partitions here and hit create, and it is important that you select from here primary and the file system is FAT32, and the other details don't really matter, just hit OK, and when you're satisfied, you just click apply and wait for the computer to, you know, work its magic for like 5 to 10 minutes. So while we're having the memory card inside, you would copy paste the files that we're gonna need later. So those are in the Vanir folder. It's the Vanir Xcover 444 and the 444 current minimalistic. You just select copy and copy them here. I've already done it, so they are there, but you know. So then I'll just eject the card, and it's time to put this one into the phone. Okay, so next you have to clear the Dalvik chase memory and the other memories as well before installing the ROM. So you can access the recovery menu or something by holding up and home keys and then pressing power to the device, and it vibrates a bit, and when it vibrates just release power and keep still holding these two buttons, so it should boot into the recovery mode. And I have already the Clockwork mod installed. The stock Samsung recovery mode looks a bit different and hatless. So from here you have to choose this one, wipe data, wipe chase, and in here in the advanced there is the all important Dalvik chase. You have to wipe these, and if after that is done, you have to boot to the download mode. So you click reboot now and press the home and down this time, so it goes to the download mode. If you press up, it goes to this menu, and down goes to the download. Yeah, and now this kind of window appears. And just press up, so to, you know, to make it work. After you got this far, you can connect the phone to the PC. It is also important you have the phone drivers installed, so the PC can actually understand the device that you are about to plug in. So it's time to fire up the Odin and flash the rooted image to the phone. So Odin 307, and here you can see the phone is connected. If this is empty, then there's some problem with the connection. it's important to only have this ticked, and you press this and select the pre-rooted image. So here is AMB3, it is over there, and just click open and it checks the MD5, and when it has finished checking the MD5 you can press start, and it takes like 5 minutes to flash the memory. In here this turns into a green block, so then you know that you're done. And after you have flashed that file, you can press reset and press the PDA again and install the clockwork mod. This is 6046 Xcover, and yeah, I just click open and same thing again, hit start, and it will install it. And when it has finished you can close this and restart the phone. And just let it restart into the menu, the startup menu where it asks language and stuff, and when you're there just turn off the phone and reboot it to the recovery mode where you install the Vanir and the G apps. Okay, so next it is time to put into the recovery mode the clockwork mode, so it's home and up and power puts on time again. So you should be now able to see this menu, not the stock but the clockwork mod menu, and once you're here you just go ahead and wipe this and chase, and in the advanced wipe the Dalvik chase again, and once that is done you have to install zip, and from the SD card one, and in previously we put the files here, so in here there is the Vanir Xcover file which has to be installed first, and after that this Google Apps one. Just click here and it asks if you want to do it, and just click yes and wait for a while, and after those two have been installed, just go back and reboot the system, and you should be set with the program installation or the ROM installation. There are like 2 or 3 small, well, one bigger and a couple of smaller problems that need still fixing, so I'm gonna talk about those next. So that's the boot logo. The next phase is installing the Android SDK. So you just go ahead and Google Android SDK, and there's one X file that is required there, so the standalone kit will do just fine. And here it's this option, and for the Windows it's this file, and just install away. So yeah, you better watch where the file is being installed, because I didn't watch and it's the huge path I have to write every time. I would copy paste it, but yeah, it's still annoying. So after the SDK has been installed, you should plug in your phone to the PC with the cable, and you should make sure that USB debug is on, but in that image it just is on, so there's no point in checking that out. Oh great, another video stopped. So after you have the SDK installed, you have to open the command prompt as administrator, and in here you have to type the path to the Android platform tools that you just installed. So mine is in users. And it was platform tools. So the path is users my name app data local Android SDK and platform tools. And when you are here, you have to first run the Android debug bridge as root. So you write adb root and it restarts as root, yeah. And then you have to make sure that the device is connected. So adb devices should devices. Yeah, it shows there's one device listed, and if this is completely empty, there's some problem with the drivers or the connection or whatever. But yeah, after this is run as root and there's device found, you can open the shell into the phone. So it's adb shell, and this sometimes works or sometimes it doesn't. Usually I have to just replug the USB cable, I think, yeah. So I'll just unplug the cable and back in, and I'll try again. Yeah, now it works. And if for some reason here is a $sign, so if here's for some reason is a $sign, like instead of that, I don't know what you call it. Anyways, it means you're not root and you have to write su to transform that $sign into that whatnots. Yeah, so then it's the commands time. I have found all these instructions in couple of different forums, but I thought it would be handy to have them in one place. This one. So you have to write find /efs/ weird symbol while read as not semicolon, is it semicolon? It could be. Anyways, do chown radio system $sign s semicolon done and semicolon. And the other line is the same, except in the beginning there's no EFS, there is modemfs, and enter. And then there's chmod -r777/efs/ and the same except EFS is modemfs, and this part fixes the SIM registration problem. Yeah, and then there's the reboot command if you wanna do it, but you can do it later. So now I trust you have managed to get the phone online and working. So it's the time to address the smaller problem. The problem is that after every reboot you have to click this button because the lower end of the screen, it's not like it doesn't register touch. You have to press like this high and it takes it. So there's a fix to it. You go to the settings and there's interface, and in here make sure that navigation bar and navigation rings are both off, and after that go here and press this plus, and you can add more symbols here. So from here you choose navbar toggle. I've already chosen it, so it's blacked out here, but yeah, when you choose that, navbar toggle comes here, and every time you boot the phone you have to click this on, the navbar appears and off, and it disappears, and now the touchscreen works at the bottom of the screen as well. There is also the small matter. I'm not sure if it's a very good idea or does it mess the camera or not, but I had some widget and it looked a bit funny, and the letters were too, you know, crossing some lines. So I changed the DPI settings here so from the interface, and user space there's more, and the LCD density. Anyways, I changed the LCD density into 233. It's like experimental setting, so I'll just click custom and write 200 and 233 here, and set, and reboot the device. So at least the widget looked good after that. So I suppose it's the native DPI setting for this phone anyway, so I thought it would be a good idea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is actually working quite well now, and yeah, I just compiled the set of instructions into one video that I found from the internet, and I'm really glad that someone actually has had the time to make this lightweight mod. So yeah, that's that.